Homestead Fred, Homestead Fred, it's your friendly neighbor, Farmer Fred. Hey guys, Farmer Fred here, and we're working on our chicken coop, as you can see. So I ended up putting a bar going across a 2x4 just basically to stabilize the door a bit more. So that was an addition that I did, and the door's coming out pretty good. So everything's pretty smooth. I'm able to pull it out. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on it because it is squeaking, but it's a lot better. I did a little bit of sanding to make it smooth. As you can see, fits right in there without too much of a hassle. Locks perfectly. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our chicken wire on the sides here and here, and also to cover that little part on the top. And then we're also gonna do the back side. So I'll show you what it looks like once I'm done. All right guys, so I got the first one on here, and came up pretty good. It was a little annoying actually to cut all the chicken wire and cut it to fit perfectly because it has the rounded edge. And I'll show you how I did it. So I'm actually working on the one on the right over here, so I get to show you exactly what's going on. So the way I started is I put it down and clamped it in with the hanger straps right at the bottom and on the side, just so it starts holding. And then I worked my way up, okay? And then I started strapping it with the zip ties up top, and then after I had it strapped in, I cut it last. So I'll show you exactly what I got going on here. So you see this? So this is like falling down. It's because I'm actually starting to cut it on this side. So as I said, I started off down here, and I just put a couple straps in. So I got 3 straps right down there. I don't have anything on the sides yet, so I still have to work it. So what I've been doing is I've literally just been like pushing it up in here, just like this. Literally just pushing it up. And then what I did was I clamped it with some zip ties up top. And then after I did that, anything that was hanging, I just took our cutter, and as you can see here, I've been cutting it down. So after I had it strapped in with the zip ties, now I'm actually starting to cut this off, and I'm gonna cut it all the way down to remove this whole excess piece off right there. And then I'm gonna go back in and use the hanger straps to clamping into the side, so it's nice and tight, the same way it is on this side. So it's coming out pretty good. It is a little annoying, honestly, just because it's uncomfortable, you know, but it's coming out pretty good. It just takes a little bit of time. So good luck guys. And like I said, how I started was I just, you know, measured the length that I needed, I cut it, and then I started off at the bottom here, and then I worked my way up, took the zip ties, clamped it right up top, and then now I'm cutting what's left, and then I'm gonna clamp it on the sides as well, just so it's nice and tight. So I just wanted to show you that so you guys have an idea of how I did it. Hopefully this works for you as well. All right guys, so I have it up, as you can see there, and I just wanted to show you, literally I'm still actually gonna go ahead and take all of this off. So same way I said I was gonna do, I'm literally just gonna go ahead and cut anything that's left over and just tighten it, because we don't need anything extra hanging. So make sure that you leave a little bit of overlap just in case. So, you know, make sure that you leave just a little bit hanging over, just in case you have to tighten it later on in the future. You don't want to cut too short, you know. You could always take a little bit more off, but if you take too much, then you're kind of done. So as you see here, like, that's how it's gonna look. And I'm gonna clean it up, and I'm just gonna cut along that whole line and just, you know, shape it up. So I just wanted to give you an idea of how I'm working it. So we got the sides of the doors done in the front. Now in the back, we're gonna do it a little different, and I'll explain why. So because we did the sides of the door, we rolled the chicken wire up. All right, now for the back, because we don't really have to worry about that, we're gonna do it on the inside of the coop, by the way. So I'm just showing you on the outside. So the way I'm actually gonna do it is, instead of rolling the chicken wire up, I'm actually gonna roll it across, okay? Because it's gonna be easier for me, and we don't have to worry about the door frame because there's no actual door here. This is just for support. This is the back of it. So I'm gonna take the chicken wire and I'm just gonna put it across there, and then just cut the edges on each side, and then we're gonna do the second row and cover it up top. So it should be easier than that, and just want to let you know the way I'm doing it. Hopefully it helps you guys as well. This side should be a lot easier than that side because those tight spaces are a little awkward. So I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. So as you guys can see, I have the first one spread across here, and since I have it all zip tied, I'm actually just going along and cutting each one. And like I said, I'm leaving just a little bit of overhang right here, which I'm just gonna flap it over. You rather have a little extra than be short a little bit. So this thing keeps on getting loose, but as you can see, I'm just cutting along here. All right, so I got the bottom one on right now, the chicken wire at the bottom, and what I did was for the top one, so for the bottom it's done on the inside, so all the straps are on the inside, and for the top one, just because it's going to be more work because we have to cut it and get the actual shape for it, it's just going to be more annoying. So the way I plan on doing it, it's a bit of a cop-out, but it doesn't really matter. It's for chickens, guys. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So the way I'm gonna do it is, I have this chicken wire which I just put over here, and I just clipped it on right here. But this isn't held up by anything. Literally what I did was I threw it over, and I'm just, you know, pushing it down just to get the shape of it, and then I'm gonna cut it. So nothing is literally holding that besides the chicken wire just grabbing onto some other chicken wire. And I'm just gonna cut it up, and I'm gonna put the straps here on the sides to hold it down, and then I'm gonna zip tie the chicken wire on the other side with the chicken wire on this side with the zip ties, and then I'm gonna zip tie all the way around up there, and then just clip it off. So that's the way I plan on doing it, guys. Just because it's a bit easier than doing all the work on the inside of the chicken coop, because inside of it it's a bit more uncomfortable. So I hope this helps. The reason I didn't do the bottom side on the outside is because we have these 2x4s right here, so we would have to lay it over, and then we have the 2x4 behind it. So you know, maybe it's a little bit lazy of me, a little bit of a cop-out, but it's a lot easier than having to do all of this work on the inside of it, because it's not like we have much room to move around in there. So that's the way I plan on doing it, and I'm gonna show you the way it looks after it's done. All right, well, this is how it looks, and it's holding pretty well. So what I did here is, like I said, I zip tied all the top, and as you can see here, any excess that I had, I just bended it over just like that. So I did that, and then I just put a couple little straps to hold it down. It looked like it honestly didn't even really need the straps, because it was being held down pretty well by the zip ties. And what I did here was I took the chicken wire on the inside and just pinched it with the one on the outside and just zip tied it all around. So I have a bunch of zip ties there, all the way around there, and then I just put the straps to hold it down even more. So it's coming out really good. The only thing that I really have left as far as chicken wire work is this little hole right here. So I'm gonna put the chicken wire there just to finish up that hole, and then the next thing that we're gonna do is put the plastic over, so we can cover the chickens when it rains. So I'll show you what this looks like when it's done, and I'll pull out the plastic. All right, guys, well, as you can see, we got our chicken wire up here. It's all zip tied up top, and then we have the hanger straps holding it down. Another thing I did is put a little stopper here for the door, so that way it doesn't push in and mess around with our hinges. So I just took one of our leftover pieces from our cuts, Most likely it was like from one of those or something. So I just took that in and took our 3-inch screws and just put it here, so that way the door stops every time it hits there. So the next thing that we're gonna do, but I'm probably gonna leave it for the next video, is our plastic so the chickens don't get wet. And what we're gonna do is we're only gonna do half of it because we still want the chickens to get sun. So we're only gonna wrap the back half. So that's gonna be the next thing, but like I said, I'm gonna actually leave it for the next video because I don't want to make this one too long. So once again, thank you guys for supporting, thank you guys for watching the videos, and it's coming out really good. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this helps you build your own. See you later, guys. Farmer Fred here.